Video game movies are a gamble. For every Resident Evil or The Last of Us, we get a Monster Hunter or Postal. Cinematic crimes that should come with a warning label. But some games, some shouldn't even get near a movie pitch meeting. Not because they're bad games, like far from it, but because adapting them would be like turning your toaster into a submarine. It's a bad idea, executed underwater. Welcome, and these are the top 10 games Hollywood should fear. Number 10. Rocket League. Imagine this, Fast and Furious. But all the characters are cars, there's no dialogue, and instead of racing, they're just playing soccer. That's Rocket League. The movie. It'd be 90 minutes of vroom vroom, boost trails, and a ball with more screen time than any character. There's no plot, no character arc, just tire squealing and explosions. The emotional climax? A last-minute goal in overtime. And let's be real, even Michael Bay would be like, where's the human drama? Some games are fun because they're games. Trying to narrativize Rocket League is like trying to write a love story around a Roomba tournament. Let the cars play soccer in peace. Number 9. Worms. Ah, yes, worms. Cute little invertebrates armed with bazookas, banana bombs, and a total disregard for physics or their own safety. As a turn-based strategy game, it's hilarious. As a movie, it's Looney Tunes meets Full Metal Jacket, but starring garden pests. You'd get 3 minutes of laughs, tops, then 87 minutes of screaming, grenades, and increasingly desperate punchlines. Picture it. A worm yells, "Incoming!" A giant sheep explodes. Cut to more explosions. Cut to a worm with a British accent yelling, "Crikey!" Repeat until the audience leaves or sets the theater on fire. It's chaos without a cause, and not the kind that gets Oscars. Number 8. Pac-Man. The yellow ball who eats dots, pills, and ghosts while being hunted in a psychedelic neon maze. Sure, he's iconic, but a movie? We already saw a glimpse in Pixels, and that was the highlight of a movie most people try to forget. How do you make a full-length narrative about a guy whose main motivation is eating? There's no dialogue, no stakes, no clear anatomy, honestly. Even the villain ghosts are just vaguely angry jelly beans. Best case scenario Tron, but with fruit. Worst case? Teletubbies meets Inception on expired NyQuil. It's not a story, it's a screensaver with a synthwave score. Number 7, Donkey Kong. Donkey Kong, the OG barrel-chucking boss. The plot is already here. Big gorilla throws barrels. Guy climbs ladders, repeat. That's not a screenplay, that's a GIF. Unless you reimagine this as King Kong, the crate stacking years, what are we even doing? There's a reason Mario ditched construction and got into plumbing. Even he knew this was a dead end. You'd either stretch it into a gritty monkey origin story or turn it into slapstick chaos that makes minions look like Citizen Kane. Either way, somebody's getting sued by PETA. Number 6, Sims. Sool. You know what The Sims teaches us? That humans left to their own devices will wet themselves, start fires with microwaves, and die because you forgot to build a door. Turning this into a movie would either be A, a social satire masterpiece, B, a psychological horror, or C, a 2-hour improv sketch about people talking nonsense and randomly catching fire. None of these are great bets. Also, who do you even cast? Do you subtitle the gibberish? Hire Simlish voice actors? Will someone woohoo in a hot tub for no reason at the climax? Actually, that part does sound like a Netflix original, but no. Hard pass. Let The Sims stay in their weird, godless sandbox. Number 5, Guitar Hero. Guitar Hero the movie. The story of a guy who peaked in high school because he FC'd Dragon Force on expert mode. It sounds like Scott Pilgrim meets School of Rock, but with none of the charm and all of the cringe. You'd have characters arguing about plastic guitars and bragging about their finger speed. Like a band movie, but nobody's actually playing real instruments. What's the character arc? Learning that 5 buttons on a toy guitar don't make you a rock god. It's not even ironic, it's just sad. You can't build a film around nostalgia for fake instruments and crowd animations. Unless you're making a documentary called When Rhythm Games Died, skip it. Number 4. DayZ. If you've played DayZ, you know what the movie would be. A whole lot of walking, looting, silence, and then suddenly, bang, you're dead. That's it. It's The Walking Dead, but make it slower, meaner, and with worse pacing. There's no plot. The zombies aren't even the real threat like other players are. Which could be interesting, sure. If you enjoy watching 2 hours of mistrust, dehydration, and betrayal. But this isn't The Road. It's more like The Walked. And no one wants to watch a guy eat canned tuna in a barn for 20 minutes. DayZ is survival storytelling at its bleakest. And that doesn't translate to the big screen. It barely translates to YouTube montages. Number 3. GTA. GTA, the movie already exists. It's called Every Crime Movie. Scarface, Heat, The Town, Baby Driver. But GTA is different because it's chaotic. Ridiculous. Unhinged. You can steal a tank, dress as a clown, and run over a street magician while listening to Rihanna. How do you write that into a 3-act structure? You don't. You just get sued. Because GTA in film form is either so sanitized it's pointless, or so over the top it gets banned in 5 countries. Plus, any attempt to capture the satire will come off as try-hard. Let GTA be GTA, loud, dumb, fun, and extremely not safe for cinematic adaptation. Number 2. Flappy Bird. Remember Flappy Bird? The game that caused global emotional damage with one-tap mechanics and impossible difficulty? Now imagine that. As a movie. One bird, one goal. Fly through endless pipes and die. Over and over and over. It's Groundhog Day, but with less plot and more trauma. What's the character development? Learning how to flap better? And let's be honest, the only reason to watch this movie would be to feel rage nostalgia. You'd walk out of the theater and reinstall it just to punish yourself. Flappy Bird doesn't need lore, it needs therapy. Number 1. Pong 2 paddles, 1 ball, the end. This is the video game equivalent of watching paint dry politely. You could try to turn it into a metaphor for existential dread. Maybe 2 characters on opposite ends of life, bouncing the same trauma back and forth. Congratulations! You've made the A24 version of Pong. Still unwatchable, no stakes, no dialogue, no action. Just 2 rectangles, endlessly failing to break the cycle. Actually, that sounds kind of profound. But no, don't do it. Let Pong stay where it belongs. In your grandparents' attic next to the VCR and trauma. Some games are better left untouched. Some should be legally protected from screenwriters. So, which game do you hope never gets adapted? Or worse? Which one would you pay to watch ironically just to suffer? Drop it in the comments. Hit that subscribe button and stay tuned. The rank apocalypse is just getting started.